One thing I liked about the album...
Mate, don't tell them.
What?
Tell them what it is.
Oh, yeah. Blue and Exile on Miles.
There you go.
I believe it's named after Miles Davis.
Miles Davis, yeah.
Miles Davis. Who is that?
Some sort of old school...
Oh, it's a jazz
musician.
musician.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks pretty crazy.
Has he got an album called Blue?
Oh, that would be cool. Oh, Kind of Blue.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, he's got one called Miles Ahead.
Oh! The puns back in the 70s. Got him.
Wait, no, when was that one? That was 1957.
Miles Davis is an OG dad joker.
What an absolute legend. Yeah, one thing I really liked throughout this whole album was that Blue, he sort of kept like making things that had to do with his name. Like he had a Best Lyricist Underground, BLU. He had Believe You. And then like sort of every now and then he would just like make puns, I guess, about something being blue.
Yep. Isn't like one
I
of the
thought that
first
was nice.
songs called... Wait.
Yeah, the first one I think is literally just called Blue.
Yeah, it is, but with an E on the end, yeah.
Yeah. That was actually a really fun little song.
Yeah.
Yeah, the production was very sort of childlike.
Yep.
And
If anyone's listened to their first album, which is Below the Heavens, this sounded very similar to the opener off that as well.
Okay.
Which is called My World Is. So if you go and check that song out, you'll like this one. So maybe if you do it in reverse, maybe if you check this one out. Blue and Exile have been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
Released a lot of music, and obviously Exile's the producer, Blue's the vocalist. And
Exile did do a bit of rapping though.
He did, a little bit.
Yeah, he had a couple of verses.
Yep. But, yeah, Blue, I always thought, and it was sort of the consensus that when the first album came out, the Below the Heavens, that like he was going to be like the next big rapper. And it just never came to fruition because that album was so outstanding, and they both just went in their bag on that way back when. But, yeah, nothing came through, and in 2020, a year of uncertainty, a year of anything can happen, these two have come back and really recaptured form to be to make a fantastic album. But a bit long, an hour 35,
Very long.
but it didn't feel too bad.
Yeah, that one song, I don't know what it's called. It was like 9 minutes long.
Oh, it's like the third track, The Feeling.
Nah, it's way further down than that. It's called Roots of Blue.
Right.
The first, like, 2 minutes is just, like, beat and some guy, like,
Oh, yeah.
harmonising.
I can vaguely remember that, yeah.
And then he raps for 5 minutes, and then it's another 2 minutes of, like, someone singing, but it's not good.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 minutes of just, yeah, and then he just starts, like, screaming. I didn't like that song.
What one's that one again?
Roots of Blue.
Oh, that's still Roots of Blue.
Yeah. And that
Maybe
was,
I blocked that out of my memory.
And that's just when he kept, like, naming every black person that sort of contributed something positive in the history of anything.
Right.
And he's just going through and naming every single person. Like, what have I got here? He's got from going from, like old Egyptian emperors, and then it ends up with, like, Oprah Winfrey. Like, he names everyone. It's like he's trying to make the song really long.
Yeah. I feel like he was trying something, and he was sort of trying to make it seem a bit more powerful than what it was, because it had the spoken word in it and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But, yeah, a bit of a miss on that one. But still, an hour 35, very tolerable. Definitely something that you could listen to again, but some albums that are 40 minutes long are hard to get through. So, what did you think of the features as a whole on this? I really enjoyed a lot of them.
Yeah, I think they all suited very well. I actually really like Gappy Ranks. He showed up twice.
Yeah, on American Dream, was it? Or African Dream, sorry.
African Dream and Troubled Water.
Yeah, Troubled Water.
And then Miguel was pretty good too.
I liked Miguel. I did like Aloe Black. Is that his name? Yeah, Aloe Black. And For Sean, the other California rapper. I did enjoy that. He was on Requiem of Blue.
Yep.
He was only on the chorus though. He did not get a verse, unfortunately. But
I liked The Last Artful Dodger as well. That was a woman.
Oh yes.
Beautiful singer.
Nice voice, yes,
Yeah.
very powerful voice. Overall, it's just a very jazzy album.
Yeah.
And I think that obviously being named partly after Miles Davis, that obviously was the goal there. And the one thing that made this album so great, and in my opinion, what made the first album so great was the determination and the hunger, the sort of the power in Blue's voice. That like he'll just do whatever to sort of become recognized and become the best. And he definitely brings that again. And if you love like old school boom bap, sort of jazzy style rap, it's got great lyricism. You'll definitely like this. I had a quote, or not a quote, a lyric chain from this album. So it's from Blue As Can Be, which I think is a top song off this album. So
I've got one as well. I swear if it's the same one as me.
Is it Blue As Can Be?
Yeah.
Is it the Los Angeles city skyline?
No.
Okay. The Los Angeles city skyline is like a photograph of my mind. I could feel the sea breeze every time that I rhymed. And then, first song I ever recorded felt important. I had to paint my portrait enormous. Clouds form and the sun falls and darkness rises. Yo, it's like this every time I close my eyelids. Bro, I grew up in a city of violence. Was known for the riots, and now that I'm grown, I stay blown. All alone, just think about those who didn't make it. In my zone, dreaming about how far we can take it. That song also does have the beat switch.
Yeah. It sounds like poetry when you read it.
Yeah. Alright, what about you? What is your lyric?
I just got like a nice little bit of wordplay. He says, barbers couldn't cut us. Move a line so it's you and I versal. I like universal. I thought that was actually quite clever. A bit later on, this one's a bit longer. He's got classic tunes, platinum plaques, back to back with my crew, black and blue, back to rock and black on black at the show, pack up the show, black the block, we gotta block out the news, black out at shows, no Glock, black, proud and I'm blue. That's really impressive.
Good lyricism, good wordplay at the end there, obviously, Blue being his name, but also feeling sad or down.
And black and blue means he's all like beaten and bruised.
I think that song is the one that someone should listen to if they wanted to get into this. I think if you like this song, you like the rest of the album.
Yeah, I could say that.
But overall, fantastic album that I'll definitely be listening to again. Definitely giving some deeper looks into. But do you have any closing statements before we give the scores?
I've still got a fair bit more to say.
Alright, go on then.
I really liked The Feeling. That was quite early on in the
that was
album.
the 8-minute one, yep.
Yeah. And he says, like, only the feeling makes a man a child. Only the feeling makes a house a home. Only the feeling makes a word a poem. Joy is the feeling that we feel so strong. I thought that was brilliant. Like, for all the men out there, the one thing that sort of, like, makes you feel like a child again, that's a very special feeling. You know, it makes a house a home. Makes a word a poem. Like, I thought that was, like, really, really lovely. I didn't like Dear Lord at all. That was a weird song. That's the one where he's saying that he hopes that by the year 2020, everyone was in one religion, but like a new one, not one that already exists. He hopes that we will destroy all guns and bombs and just start making shit. And then we'll all become 20-foot tall giants by the year 3000. That's 6 meters tall.
Mate, that is quite tall.
That is. I did actually really like the outro of Fall But Not Forgotten. It was spoken word and like a little skit, and from what I can understand, there was a father and his young daughter, and they had just buried a dog.
Yep.
And the dog's name was Blue, which I really liked. Like, I don't know if that means that, like, Blue has died then, or if he had a dog called Blue, or if
It's a bit symbolic, maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it could mean a few different things. Depending on sort of where you are in life, you could interpret it different ways. But yeah, I think that the run track from sort of around 3 to 10 was really solid. Like, I don't think there was
I don't think
a bad song.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. There was
Yeah.
no bad songs. It was very good back to back to back to back. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't skip a song and sort of follow along. I
Yeah.
think it was definitely one that you needed to listen to all the way through, at least once, and then pick out your favourite songs.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And shout out Exile as well. There was, like, it's kind of like editing. When you don't notice it, it's done right.
Yeah, exactly right. You're not wrong.
Like, the first time I listened to it, I didn't listen to the production at all. I was just listening to Blue.
Yeah.
And that's what the production is meant to do.
Mm-hmm.
It suited him perfectly. There was not a single hiccup drawing
Yeah.
attention away from Blue.
Yep.
But yeah, shout out Exile for that. Yeah, I'm going to rate this one a 6 out of 10.
There you go. Not bad. I am also giving it a... No, wait, I'm not giving it a 6. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10.
Oh.
I thought it was quite a good... I forgot which album we were reviewing there for a second. I was looking at something else, and I thought we were doing the one that we're going to do a bit later. But, 7.5 out of 10 for this one.
There you go.
I think it was pretty good.
Alright, well, be sure to tune in later today because we've got Song of the Year 2017. Really getting to the end.
You're not wrong.
That's a wrap.